too many terrific ones out there. And that'd be the process I'd go through. You got to be very sort of Inspector Gadgety about getting these email addresses too, though. If, for instance, Al Gore founded an investment firm that everyone here should apply to if you're interested in finance, called Generation Investment Management. Why? Because Al Gore cares about the environment? Of course. But also because Al Gore sees there are a lot of profits to be made in solving a problem. So I was curious what Al's email address was. So I went on this website, Generation Investment Management. I went to contact, and then it said Generation Investment Management at GIM.com. I was like, please, there's no way I'm sending an email to that. That's not going to get me anything. So I thought, all right, how could I get his email address? I wonder if it's A Gore at GIM.com. Send it, bounce back. I'm like, okay, there's got to be a way. I wonder if it's al.gore at GIM.com. Send it, no bounce back. No bounce back? No bounce back. Get out of here. 5 hours later, the man gets back to me, I swear to God, saying, that's a good idea, never hear from him again. There you go. My story connecting to Al Gore. And if you're interested in connecting with the people at GS Sustain, same deal. You could do crazy email sleuth actions like, let's say you go on the GS Sustain website, and it says the names of the leaders, right? But you don't see an email address. You're like, forget about it. I'm going to move on to the next one. Don't. Because most of the Goldman Sachs email addresses are first name dot last name at gs.com. Email all of them, you know? And then if it's not that, what I would do, let's say I work at Goldman Sachs, and you see I'm a leader there, put my name in Google, Josh Tetrick, and then that @ sign, you know the @ sign, put that in quotes. So every time my name comes up around that @ sign, you'll see a Google search result, right? And a lot of times these people at Goldman Sachs and other big companies like to sound smart, so they speak at conferences and events where they actually give their email address out. So a lot of times you'll be able to get these email addresses because they'll be on their conference participant list, a little PDF file where they serve as a panelist. Baddest way of contacting people. And it's good for you because everyone else here won't go to those links to actually sleuth it out and get it, you know? You know? That's more intense than Facebook stalking. You know, but you told me Facebook stalked me. I was a stalker of Al Gore. I should get arrested for that. What about consulting? Anyone interested in consulting? Anyone say, when you're at a party and someone says, what do you want to do? And you're like, McKinsey. And you know what else to say? One person raises their hand. Anyone else? A couple people? Go to McKinsey. Just Google McKinsey Social Impact. Or Google Monitor Group, another consultancy group, in inclusive markets. McKinsey gets it. Monitor Group gets it. They get helping companies and organizations and governments solve societal problems is good for business. This is, again, not a story about charity. This is a story about how big companies and small companies and entrepreneurs are making money solving problems. And if you go to a blog that I maintain, it's at 33needs.com. On the right-hand side, I have a whole bunch of tags like investment, advertising, finance, microfinance. It's an easy way just to gather up all these resources so you don't have to enter in your BlackBerry back there. You know? Just go to consulting on the right-hand side, and you'll see McKinsey and Monitor Inclusive Markets. And for Monitor, I'm saying this so much, I feel like all these Cornell students are going to email Monitor Group now, but whatever, that's fine. Just, you can look at the contacts, and their email addresses are actually just right there. And if you ever want to contact McKinsey Social Impact people, it's definitely first name dot last name at McKinsey.com. Definitely? Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. What else? What about the idea of microfinance, where you would give someone a small loan, mostly women, because guys usually drink the money away, mostly women, and then they use that money to build a business and a better life for themselves and their community. Anyone interested in that idea of microfinance? Not big finance for big, massive projects, but on a micro level?
Actually, I contacted one of those people back then. They said they were